Hello everyone, welcome back to ICAN case study classroom. And today we are going to be looking at lecture series 9, Financial Data Analysis. But before we go into the lecture series, so I would like to do a quick recap on lecture series 8 and 7. So what we have been able to do so far is that we have looked at the 3 analytical skills that can be used to analyze case study requirements. And we have looked at the first one, which is operational and strategic analytical skill. Yes, which you call business analysis. And what you should note here is that whenever we are considering a case, or whenever we have a case that we have to use this analytical skill, the focus of that case will be that we are looking at the business operations. We are looking at the business operations, and we want to use a particular strategic model to analyze the issues that surrounds the business operations. Now, when we are looking at financial statement analytical skill, here we are looking at, our focus here will be that we are looking at what? The financial statements. That is our focus. So today we'll be considering the financial data analytical skill. Now, here, because sometimes the organization or your client apart from, maybe they have issues that surrounds their operations and all that, and they have given you assignment as regards their financial statement, they can also have future plan. So they might be considering, maybe there is a proposal coming from a customer to supply them certain materials. So they might be considering, okay, should we produce this product in-house, or should we maybe should we produce it outside? And if we are to produce it in-house, how much will it cost us for the production? What is the gain that we will make from it? What is the margin of profit that we have to add to it? So these are the possibilities. These are the things that they will consider. Now, it could be that they ask you, okay, we want to expand. We have an ambition to expand the business, and we are considering to merge with another business in the same industry. Maybe that business is a lesser business, in terms of the value of the business. So they might be considering that option. Now, your job will be that, what will be the cost of merging with that business? What is the future expectation from the business? Maybe what is the cost of capital, of the returns that the owners expect in every business investment? Then you might be considering, okay, how do you appraise such a project? The organization might as well be looking at an investment in a new branch, in a new location. And there will be need to look at the cost of that investment, the expected profit from the investment, and how to appraise such investment. Okay, so when we look at financial data analysis, I want us to think about there are times when we have to consider projects or investments. And as such, our focus in that instance will be that we are focusing on what? Either projects, investments, or what? Or maybe there is a proposal or contract. Okay, because this is very, very important. Because when we are looking at the use of data and information under the business analysis, we consider, yes, what are the information and data given to us as regards the business operation. When we look at the financial data analytical skill, we are looking at what are the information and data presented to us that as regards what? The financial statement. Now that we are looking at the financial data analytical skill, we are looking at what are the information presented to us as regards certain projects, proposal, investment, or yes, maybe any of these three. So our focus will be on this, and whatever we are doing in that particular scenario will be focused on that. That is the way to go in case study. Now, how do you know when you have a financial data analytical skill case before you? So any other data presented in a case that does not belong to the financial statement, when you have data, financial data presented to you that does not fit on the financial statement, yes, that is when you will likely have what? Financial data analytical skill scenario. Let's take for example, so they've given you every other information, they've talked about every other thing, but you now see that they are now mentioning, yes, maybe the board has now decided to go into a merger situation. Maybe the board has received a proposal from a major customer to produce certain things for them, to render certain services for them. Maybe they have decided to establish a new branch. They go into that investment in a new branch in another location, and they have given you they've given you the cost of the investment. Maybe the cost of the investment is 50 million, and they've given you that data. Now, maybe they have said that, okay, the useful life of the project, yes, is about 5 years. They have also given you information as to the profit expected from the from that project. They have said that, yes, between year 1 to year 5, they expect a regular profit of say 25 million each, or let's say 5 million each. Okay, and they have said that, okay, there is cost of capital that they use for such investment, which is 10%. So whenever you have a scenario that is, and what you should notice is that these are not financial statement data. Okay, so when you have a scenario like this, it means that you are having a financial data analysis. There's possibility that it will be a requirement we ask for financial data analysis. Maybe you have received a proposal from from a customer. Your clients in the case have received a proposal from a major customer to produce certain products for them, and they have given you the cost information. They've given you the profit, the cost of capital, and all that on another necessary data. Yes, you should know that you are going into financial data analytical skill scenario. Now, like we have said for other analytical skill, there are always tools to be used for the analysis. So for financial data, we could talk about the forecasting and budgeting techniques. We have seen a scenario whereby students have been asked to prepare a budget. So they came up with a budget, but the budget was not well prepared. So students were asked rather to prepare the budget. Now there could be issues of you appraising the project. There could be a situation of break-even or CVP analysis. Cost, volume, profit analysis. And there could be issue of pricing. And you could have issue of product mix and profitability decision making. Maybe you could use the project appraisal technique. Now, for the project appraisal technique, we have lots of these techniques. We could have the payback period technique. We could use the payback period technique. We could use the accounting rates of return technique. We could use the NPV, and we could use a whole lot of appraising technique. Then it could be an issue of short-term or long-term decision making and risk and decision, sensitivity analysis, business valuation models or tools. Now, because this is outside the scope of this class, and what I expect from you again is that in your PM, when you were in skill level, you have been taught most of these appraisal techniques. And some of you who are still writing SFM at this level, you will also be taught most of these advanced appraisal techniques in SFM. So what you will do for me is that if you are not writing SFM at this point, please go and pick up your SFM textbook and revise. If you have given out your PN, please go and get it back and revise all these appraisal technique. But one thing I will tell you is that the scenario will not be as difficult as when you are writing SFM and when you are writing PM. But the major thing is someone wants to test your ability to select the appropriate technique in that scenario and to use it appropriately. So our major focus will be on how do we come up with a well-structured report after using or selecting the appropriate appraisal technique for the scenario. So let's look at how we can go about the report. Okay. So just like we did during the